Welcome to OTR Debate, podcast where three lawyers debate everything while trying to get it back to the law somehow. Yeah. My name is Lando. This is Mucci. This is Andy. Andy's not a lawyer, but he played the board game passing the bar. So that'll cut it.
Yep.
For our purposes, yes. At least.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm not telling you should represent anybody or try to go to court. And
that's the game where you do not pass go, do not collect $200, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, cool.
Typically, we do a debate structure. Tonight, we're going to kind of do something like that, but it's going to be the closest thing that we've come to basically a how-to video. Before we get to that, I'd just like to talk about some fun Chicago history. All right? I'm going to take you back, 1880s. Carl Jeppson emigrates from Sweden, somewhere in Sweden. I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. Gestad, Sweden.
Yeah, that sounds right.
To Chicago's Swedish area near the intersection of Clybourne and Division Street. That's the 1880s. 1920s happens. Prohibition. Alcohol is illegal. January 17, I almost said 2020.
Yeah.
1920. That sucks for him because he's got some alcohol that he wants to sell you. But luckily, he had an idea. And his idea was hey, this is medicine. Tastes like shit. You know it's medicine.
I was going to say, imagine if alcohol was illegalized 2 months before the COVID pandemic started.
Oh, God.
We would have been all screwed. And,
there would be murder.
They wouldn't know. We'd all be at home. Well, I guess we'd run out at some point.
Yeah.
There would be murder.
So he basically, he starts producing this Basque type alcohol. It's a Swedish style, kind of bitter. Sells it for medicinal purposes. That basically gets rid of stomach worms, parasites, stuff like that. Law enforcement basically said, nobody would drink this like casually and recreationally. So basically he gets away with that. 1930s, the end of Prohibition, Jeppson's Malört is produced. He starts, producing it as alcohol and trying to make some money there. Mm-hmm. Billsoft Products purchases that from Jeppson, and a logo is born. 3 Chicago stars initially is incorporated into the logo until the 4th star is added. 1980s, Marcel Distillery closes down, leading Malört to go to Kentucky, then to Florida, and then this way, that way, until 2019, when Malört is finally back in Chicago. 2024, Noon Whistle Brewing, out in Lombard, which is not, Chicago proper, but it's close enough, introduces a big brewed, cicada-infused Malört drink.
Wow, way to make it even more not drinkable.
Yeah.
Cicadas,
yeah. And it was with earlier this year, there was the huge, so many cicadas, it was so disgusting. They're all over the place. Well, They thought to kind of make some money off that. They were promptly fined for that. So tonight we will be extending a Chicago handshake to you all, and we're going to be talking about Malört here, and we're going to be having some cocktails that you guys are going to be making.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to test them. We'll see. I don't know how we're going to do this. I'm going to try to see. I saw you guys make them. I know what ingredients you use, but I'll still, I guess, close my eyes or not know what's being poured, and then we'll go from there.
Sure.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah.
Let's start. Okay, so for the first drink, we are going to have Andy start with your concoction here. He's going to pour us a little bit of his drink that he came up with. I think this is an original, right?
Yeah. Lately, I've been really inspired by fall, so I decided to mix a salted caramel apple cider with some bitters. I believe they were orange bitters. I did some triple sec liqueur, a shot of Fireball, just to keep things spicy.
So I guess if I did close my eyes and didn't know, the Fireball probably would have given it away.
You probably would.
Or the apple cider, I guess.
And I don't know. I figured enough sweeteners and then a strong finish with the Malört would balance it out to have a perfect fall cocktail. So,
Let's see.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow.
Okay. All right, Andy, I could definitely taste the fall in there.
Yeah.
How did you come up with this? Did you see this somewhere? Is this you just put this together?
To be honest, yeah, I literally just put this together. Well, half of that's true. I was thinking specifically about a cocktail with the theme for fall, and I know this is the perfect time to drink apple cider. I was just gonna get regular apple cider, but then I saw salted caramel, and I was like, okay, if I can at least try to even it out with the sweetness, I'm pretty sure the Malört will be like a nice little like bite towards the end.
Yeah, you know, and I don't. Speaking of bite, a lot of times Fireball has a lot of bite. I don't feel like the typical bite of Fireball to it.
Yeah.
You can taste the, kind of what is the Fireball tastes
Like
kind of
cinnamon.
Can you run
Yeah,
down
exactly.
run down the ingredients?
Yeah,
Like a hot tamale, yeah.
what I did was one shot of triple sec, one shot of Fireball, a little bit of bitters, a little bit of it was like an orange bitter I think that was available, and then grenadine. That's what it was,
nice.
grenadine. And then I poured like a ton of the salted apple caramel cider, and then finally finished it off with the shot of Malört. Shaked it up with some ice and poured it in like you just witnessed. And
Okay.
yeah, I don't know what to call this cocktail yet, but
It is a good fall color too, as well. It's like looks like it's kind of like the orangish leaves.
yeah.
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 And so I hate Malört, and so I'm judging this episode because I didn't really want to take the time to learn a Malört cocktail because I just didn't. I wanted you guys to surprise me and have it be something that I would actually like. This I don't mind. I like it. It's good. I don't taste the Malört as strong. I can taste it. It's in there. I definitely know it's in there.
Yeah.
But it's not like I mentioned, the Chicago handshake, a Malört shot, and then with old style beer, which I mean, two of the worst things that you can possibly have as far as I'm concerned.
So would you rate this as like, do you need a shot or do you need to chase it with beer in order to make it taste better?
No. I think this is a good cocktail you could have if you want something that's kind of fallish.
Mm-hmm.
If you did have to name this, what would you name this?
Andy's Delight.
I like that. I'll take that. Andy's Delight it is.
Yeah, there we go. I mean, you invented a new drink here on OTR. You heard it here.
Heard it here first. All right.
One of our catchphrases now.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right. Well, let's get to the next drink. Okay, so at this time, everybody watching, listening, subscribe, like, give us a comment. You heard about some cocktails that we had tonight, but if you've got a comment that you could give us a recommendation, something that maybe you think is a really good Malört drink.
Malört,
yeah.
We'd probably like to taste it and see if it's any better than any of this. And Mucci loves you.
I do. Thank you.
And I do too.
All right, so we tried Andy's drink. The what was it? What do we call it again?
Andy's Delight.
Andy's Delight.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Mucci's. What'd you make, Mucci?
So I made something that was a cocktail that was at the Violet Hour, which is a cocktail bar in
Wicker
Chicago.
Park.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Violet Hour is a Wicker Park kind of speakeasy style cocktail bar. Its doorknob is hidden in the middle of a mural that changes all the time.
Oh, that's cool.
Along Damon Avenue. Yeah.
I've never been
Really?
there.
Yeah. I only went there once, but it was cool.
Okay.
It opened in 2007. It was kind of pretty influential in like the city's cocktail scene. It's won multiple James Beard Awards, and their website says that their bar program is rooted in pre-prohibition style libations. Was it? So cocktail bar, really kind of fancy and cool. Here, let me try.
Here, let me. You sure? Yeah, I got you.
So Andy's gonna be pouring this stuff in.
I got you.
And this one's called Odin's Holiday.
Odin's Holiday.
Odin.
So
Let's start. Let's start with
the judge here.
Yeah, it's made with
Ooh.
Five Banks Island rum,
I do
Not see
like
this coming.
I like
lime
that.
juice,
yeah, I'll grab it.
Marie Brizard creme de cacao. It has, and also Peychaud's bitters.
Ooh.
But I also added my own spin on it and added a couple of dashes of grapefruit bitters as well, because I do think grapefruit as a bitter citrus kind of goes well with Malört. So
Yeah.
let's see how it turned out.
Cool.
Pretty well.
There you
A
go.
little bit
Hopefully I have the
more
right
of this.
proportions.
Yeah, get a
Some
little bit
violet
more.
hour in here.
It's got a really good smell to it. So, all right.
All right, let's cheers to this one.
Cheers.
What is it called?
Odin's Holiday.
Odin's Holiday.
Odin's
All right.
Ooh, this is nice.
Wow.
This is, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's really tart, like in a good way.
But like a lot.
No,
There's a full lime in that one.
No,
So,
but it's
yeah,
like a
you really
good
did.
tart. It's a good tart. It's like, it's perfect.
So this is what so clearly, right off the bat, what were the ingredients again, Mucci?
We had rum.
Which is, I love everything with rum. The rum stuff is usually my go-to.
Yeah. So it's 5 Banks Island rum. I was able to find the right one.
Okay.
Also, creme de cacao is Marie Brizard is the brand. Peychaud's bitters. So I think they're kind of like just your typical bitters, I guess. But I had grapefruit bitters. I also added a couple dashes of those just to kind of mix it up a little bit.
Okay.
And lime juice.
Okay. Yeah, definitely saw the lime juice color.
Yeah.
This is so clearly the distinction here between the two drinks, fall, and this is like a summer night kind of drink.
It does seem.
This is very much,
yeah.
the opposite end of the spectrum in terms of like when you would drink this.
I can really honestly like see myself like out in a like a nice little like garden on a summer evening, like maybe on a date with like my fiance.
I feel like I've had this on a date, like at a cocktail bar somewhere, like back in law school, went to a lounge or something and had something similar to this because it's very the tartness to it and the sweetness to it is just kind of it's good.
Can you tell there's Malört in it? Is the thing?
No, did you put any in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
I'll have to check the tape on this.
Yeah, I can't really taste the Malört, and like not that that's a bad thing or anything, but
The rules were before we started this is that
It has to include Malört.
it has to include Malört, and also because we've seen it, people do cocktails with Malört in them.
yeah.
Typically, it's got to be like half the alcohol in it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, it has a
did
shot.
you put a pinch of Malört in here, and then you put something?
Just as much Malört as there is rum, so it's a shot of each basically, and then the same amount of the creme de cacao, which is liqueur basically.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess they all kind of
Shit's good.
Yeah.
mix together well. Mm-hmm.
So, between these two drinks, Andy, we've got fall, Mucci, we've got like a more summery, kind of ripped it off of the Violet Hour.
Well, yeah, admitted that I did.
No, I know you were showcasing their establishment in Wicker Park. They're both good. I think I'm going to have to give it to Mucci though, because I do like that not only did he blend the Malört, the aspect of Malört being a Chicago drink that's finally come back to Chicago. He mixed it in with a neighborhood within Chicago, Wicker Park, an establishment in Chicago, the Violet Hour. I love all that. Andy, I love that you made your own drink. Andy's Delight.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Cool.
You heard it here first. Andy's Delight. Try it out.
Should I get you guys to drop a contract and put it through copyright so that way like I make sure that it's nobody takes it
I mean, you
Just
could,
see.
and then I'll sponsor you guys.
yeah. So I think I'm going to give it to Mucci on this one.
Excellent.
For our Malört episode.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
watching.
Thank you for watching.
OTR Debate.